Welcome, welcome everybody. This is your coach Evelyn Monroy. We are super excited because tonight we got our second Social X app training. And today is not about me, it's about you. It's about your business and how this amazing app can really help us duplicate. So without further ado, help me welcome our dearest Bree Gossett. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing great if I can remember to unmute myself.
Well, this training is all yours, so take it from here.
Welcome to Social X app onboarding number 2. We are so excited to be on with you again. I hope if you did nothing else, you got access to the app. That's what you were supposed to do. That was your homework, and start adding in some contacts so that you could actually play around. So I would love to see in the chat. Go ahead if you downloaded sorry, not download the app. If you went ahead and signed up to receive access to the app, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you got your app access and you added some contacts, put a 2. Then I know you did 2 of the things. And do a 3 if you did those 2 things plus you practiced sharing one of your resources with someone. Ooh, we got a lot of good students who got an A plus plus. Okay, here's the 4th thing. If you watched the onboarding video and started or completed the SocialX onboarding course that's in there, go ahead and give us a 4. Let's see how many superstars we've got. Look at that. Carol, David, Reed, Trevor, Tom. Oh, it's too many. It's going too fast now. Joan, Pat, Deborah, so many. I love it. Edward, Michelle, good job, good job. Okay, then you guys are ready. If you've done none of those things, it's okay. You can go back and watch the replay from last week where we show you how to do every single one of those 4 steps. So this week, we're going to do a few more things. And that is going to be to go over quick review on how to share an asset, but then also we're going to show you a gem that corporate has made for you all. Kate has made this beautiful digital business card, so we're going to show you how to personalize it, and we're going to go over using the planner. So first things first, the planner. Now, if you have tried, like so many people, to use one calendar in one device or on paper or somewhere else for this business, and then one for personal and this and that, it never works. You always end up missing something. And so I am a planner junkie. I love planners. I used to be huge into paper planners, and then we moved into digital age, and I still love a good paper planner just to play in and decorate. But I will tell you, a digital planner has made my whole life easier, because how many of our appointments aren't even physical appointments? How many of our appointments now are Zooms? And so we're going to dig a little bit into the planner that is included in your SocialX app. The designer that we used is a world-renowned calendar designer, planner designer in the digital space. And it took over a year. I was saying 11 months, and then I got corrected by RCA. He said it was over a year from conception to us launching this. It is beefy, it's juicy, it's clean and simple. If you've used things like I have before, I start using an app and then one thing leads to another, and suddenly my clean, simple app is cluttered. There's too much stuff in it. It's disorganized, and I feel worse than when I started. So in your app, you're still going to socialxapp.com. You're going to see right here where it says planner. It's got a little picture of a notebook. Click on that. And this one's empty because this is the demo. So this is a true planner. You can use this for your personal appointments. You can use this for your SocialX business appointments. If you have a 9 to 5, you can put those appointments in there, doctor's appointments, life, mapping out, planning, to-dos, tasks, reoccurring tasks, all of those things in one place. And it can sync to your Google Calendar as well. So first things first, if you want to sync it to your Google Calendar, you're going to click on your profile bubble that has your initials. You're going to go to integrations, and right here where it says calendar sync, you're going to click that. So again, that's your profile bubble, integrations, calendar sync. Then it's going to say connect with Google. This is where you're going to put in your Gmail that you use for your Google Calendar. If you currently don't use a Google Calendar, skip this step. You don't even need it. But if you are using a Google Calendar, this is a great way to sync your Social X app, Social X app calendar to your Google Calendar. It's going to ask for permissions. Say yes. If you say no, it can't share information with your Social X app to sync it. So once you do that, your appointments you have in your Google Calendar will start to populate and you'll show up here. So let's say I wanted to put in my calendar today that I was going to be on the Zoom. I just click in that spot, give my event a title. So let's say lowercase, social X onboarding. And then I can choose, is this an all day appointment or is it a specific time? It's going to automatically try to guess the time that it is right now or the time that I clicked. So I'm going to put in 5 p.m. to 5:30 because that's my local time. It's going to use your device to find your local time zone. You can change that time zone if you want. And then I can put, do I want it to repeat every week, every weekday, every month, every year, every day, 7 days a week? And then I can put a location. This could be a Zoom link. This could be a physical address. This could be a Google Meet link. It could be anything. And then I can also add attendees. So if I wanted to either put someone's email or I can go into any attendees that I have saved in my app network, a little network where I saved some contacts, those names will start to pull up and I can add those attendees. I can create a banner if I want to upload a picture to put a pretty little banner in here, especially if I was going to share that with someone. Maybe I was going to share this event with my customers or some prospects or my team. And then if it's a virtual room, I can click here and put the meeting link here. So you have two locations. I can put it here. I can put it here. And then any notes that I want to take about this. Maybe I want to put a little blurb explaining why this event is so cool and why they want to come. Whatever it is, I can put that here. And there's lots of formatting, which I love. I can do bullet points. I can bold things, italicize. I can add a link to something if I want. Hit that black check mark and it saves it. So when I've got it looking like I want, I'll hit save. And now I've saved that event right here. And you'll notice it's telling me the next thing up on my calendar is this event. Now, if I wanted to share that with people, I could invite them by email so they get an email invite to that same event. So now let's create some to-dos with this. If we have an event coming up and it's like, okay, there is a guest event, a super Saturday or something where I can invite some customers, I want to make sure that I don't forget to invite some prospects, that I don't forget to invite some people. So let's make some tasks here for me. Under to-dos, I can hit a plus sign. And I have a choice. Do I want to create an individual task? Or do I want to make a list of tasks? Maybe for this event, there are several things that I want to do. If I want to do a one-off, I'll do to do. If I want to do a list, I'll give this list a name. So let's say there's a group of tasks that I always do anytime there's a guest event. I'll give this one a name and I'll call it guest event tasks. I'm going to make that green. Confirm. Now I've got a list there that I can add specific tasks to this list. So the first thing I want to do is I want to invite 5. So if I'm going to invite 5 people, I can click make a note. Maybe I drop a script there or some ideas or thoughts that I have. And then I'm going to give it a due date. When do I want to do this by? If my guest event is Saturday, I want to make sure that I start inviting people tomorrow. So I'll put it for tomorrow. Is this going to repeat? Do I want to do this activity every Monday or every Thursday or however often? And then let's say I want to share a specific gem. I want to share a specific asset. I'll click that attach. And then I can grab something. I can go into my Social X Associates space. Then I'll say, okay, I want to share some of these assets here on Newcom. Oops, let me refresh that. Sorry, guys. Got my cache is full. And so once I do that, I say, okay, I want to, oh, I got to start all over. Sorry. I've been on this thing all day killing it. So then once I do that, I say, okay, well, let's do something for the business opportunity, step one, or this page. I want to grab this. So now I've got a note. I know I want to invite people, and this is the link I want to share with them so that I know what to say. Or I can grab a script as well. And then once I've got all that, I'll save it. So I'll put invite 5. And then due date, sorry, let me put this back in here. And now I'll hit save. And now that's ready to go. When I've completed it, I can click on that. I can see my notes and I can check that it's done and it disappears. It says one completed and I can click on completed if I want to see. So really, really clean, really simple. There's some other fun things it does, but let's keep it simple for today. I want you to start using this one source of truth for everything happening in your life, whether that's personal, business, your job, if you're in school for something, anything like that. Start putting everything in one spot. What you're going to notice, you're also going to get a little red dot here in the top left corner. If you're on your phone, when you get to do that, it'll be your top right corner and it will give you a notification. You have a Zoom that starts in 15 minutes. Click here to join the Zoom. The Zoom is starting now. So as you have appointments come up throughout your day, you're going to notice that it's going to have push notifications in your app, a banner. And if you've got email notifications turned on, it'll also send you an email notification. Okay, so we've got our planner. Now we're going to move on to the next thing. The next thing is, how do we upload some content? So if you click on gyms, you've got your space here, which is your xosialX associates. These are all the assets that your corporate team has built and provided for you. And there's quite a lot on here. So make sure you take time. Your homework this week is to explore and look at everything. Some of them may be very familiar. You're like, oh, I've seen this PDF a million times. I know what that is. Great. Now you've got it. You know where it lives, and you can share it very easily by tapping it, share with contact, or share public link. You can also download the asset to your device by hitting download. You don't need to do that unless for some reason you just want it. Save space in your phone, save space in your computer. Use the space here. This will keep your phone from getting cluttered. This will keep your drive from getting full. But if you go back, you'll have a space that says My Gyms. Now yours are empty. They have stuff here waiting in drafts for you, but yours are empty. Here's what you get to do. You're going to hit that plus sign. Everything in your app starts with a plus sign. You're going to hit that plus sign and it's going to give you options. You can upload or you can add a YouTube or Vimeo link video. You can upload a video that you've got saved on your device. You can upload any pictures or flyers that you've got saved as JPEGs or PNGs there. You can save your most commonly used links. Maybe it's the link to this webinar. Maybe it's a link to an event you go to all the time. Maybe it's your personal xosialX replicated website link. Then you also have your page builder, which we're going to play with in just a little bit. You've got your scheduler, which we're skipping for now. That's another day's lesson. And one of my favorite is text. So we're going to start with that. You're going to hit text, and I'm going to give this a title. I'll call this email template. And now I can write an email. If you find yourself sending the same type of emails over and over again, maybe it's a confirming email, maybe it's an introduction email, or a text message you find yourself using over and over and over again, you can write that script here. It can be as long as you want. It can look like a full long email. It can be a short sentence or a phrase that you use in a text. And you're going to be able to save that. So I'll put, hey, check this out. That's a horrible email. Don't copy that. I'm going to hit save. Now I've got that email template saved as email template, and I can grab this anytime I want from my keyboard. So I'm going to answer some questions I see in the chat. Can you upload a PowerPoint? Yep. If you download the PowerPoint as a PDF, then you hit the plus sign, you're going to hit PDF, and then you can upload your PDF. Now I'm going to show you something. When you hit PDF, it says 0 of 50. That doesn't mean you're only allowed to upload 50 PDFs. that means you can only upload 50 at a time. So I can upload 50 PDFs, hit upload, and then the next time upload 50 more. You can only do a max of 50 at a time. So if you've got a lot of PDFs that you want to do, this is the same for images as well, pictures as well. If you've got a lot of pictures that you want to upload, click all the way up to 50 if you want and hit upload. Just keep in mind if you're doing a lot, it's going to take longer to finish the upload. Don't close out the browser while you're doing that. Another question. How do we get to forgot password? I'm going to let support answer that in the chat, Rick. I don't have an answer for you on that. That is above my pay grade. But we will drop the support information for you as well. Okay. So now if you've done those things, you know how to upload your pictures. Let's clean up your phone a little bit. Let's clean up your device and store those flyers, those images. Maybe you've got some great before and afters that you personally use. Those videos, let's store those here in your xosialX app instead of storing it in your device. Clean it up. It's easy to grab, and you'll be able to clean up space and make room and keep things organized instead of scrolling through all the pictures of the grandkids and the screenshot you took of the funny meme, and you're looking for that awesome flyer that you use in business. You can save it here. You can create a collection. So I'll show you how to do that. If you hit the word collection, that's how you make a folder to organize it all in. So if I hit the plus sign and I hit collection, I'm going to go right here where it says new collection, and I'm going to call this one demo trash so that I know to delete it later. Don't call yours that. That's a horrible name. Hit the check mark so it saves it. And now I can add a little emoji or an icon, upload a custom image if I want. I can choose a pretty little folder skin here, anything that I want. Let's get the blue sky. Oh, this looks nice and calm. We'll do that one. Or I can upload a thumbnail if I've created a picture on Canva. So now I've got that here. And now I'm going to decide, where does it live? If I want this folder to just hang out in my gyms, I'll put no collection. If I have a folder and I want to nest it under another folder, a folder within a folder, I'll choose one of those folders to nest it in. For the purposes of this, I'm going to keep it at no collection, which is the default, and hit save. It automatically opens it up, and now I can start adding things to that folder. So when I go here, you'll see my new folder is right there ready for me to add things to it. If I have a bunch of stuff, I can click it, or if you're on your phone, you'll hold it, and then I can hit move, and I can move it into that folder. And then it'll move it right there for me. So any questions on uploading things for yourself, sharing anything that's already been built for you here in your xosialX assets, or using the planner? I'm going to pause for a second and take any questions. So that way, if you have questions, then I can go into that before we move on to the last piece, which is the digital business card. Okay, will I please show the calendar with the color codes? So I'm not sure what you mean by the color codes, Vicki. So I'm going to hold off on answering that. That may be something that you can give me a little bit more information about your question. And then we'll be able to maybe even DM you with an answer. So I can choose multiple calendars and change the color of those type of events right there when I'm setting up in the settings, if that's what you mean. I can change the color. Like I chose the color for guest events. I can edit that and change those type of tasks. All right. Oh, Jordan's already answering. Look at that. He's on it. To edit the colors of a particular calendar, you'll need to select the calendar with the gear icon in the top right corner, and then choose edit, and then choose the corresponding color. All right. Only seeing the plus sign in the main screen, not in xosialX. There is a reason for that. The reason you do not see the plus sign available for you, I'm an admin here. I'm in the corporate account. That's why I can see it. You're not going to see a plus sign when you're in xosialX because we don't want you adding things. That folder everybody can see. And so if you don't see a plus sign, it means you don't own that collection. You don't own that space. So you are not permitted to add things to that space. If you were able to do that, everybody would see whatever you're uploading. So if you don't see a plus sign, it means you're in a collection you don't own. You're going to want to look for this little back arrow right here and tap that. When you tap that, it'll take you out to the main area, and then you'll see your plus sign again. If you don't see a plus sign, you're in an area where you're not allowed to edit or add anything. You're welcome, Vicki. Any other questions about sharing gems, the planner, or uploading things before we move on? How do you create your own space? You only can create your own. You're going to want to create your own collection, your folders in here. To create a space, you need to be an upgraded account. We're not launching that yet with you all. We want you to get familiar with the basics of this app before we launch the pro version, which is an upgraded option. And then you can create your own space if you want. But anything you want to save, you can save right now. You don't need a space that you invite people to. You can create a collection, and then look what happens here. I hit these three dots and I can share this folder. So if I created this collection, I can invite someone to view everything I've put in that folder. And then I can turn on cloning and turn on sharing by link there as well. So anything you want to create and share, you can make in a folder collection. All right. Does the email auto-populate contact info like name? Ooh, good question. So if I'm making, we'll go back to my little demo here. My email template and edit. So I can put, hey, and if I want to put their name in it right there, see this little person with brackets? I click that and I can choose first name. Hey, contact first name, check this out. And as long as they are saved as a contact in my network here in my xosialX app, then I can pull that data in through a list when I share this. So I can choose first name, last name, email, company, or phone number as a variable. Good question. Great question, Sylvia. Create a collection, but it's called new collection. I can't figure out how to change the name. That is a common question. So when you hit, you're going to go right here, hit collection. First thing you see is at the top, it says new collection with a pencil. Go ahead and hit that pencil. And now you just delete, backspace, or delete, and give it a name. To demo trash. And then hit save. And now you've got it there. You're welcome. All right. Okay, so we're going to move on. Can you upload names in your phone when you have mobile app? How many names at once? When the app version launches, you're going to be able to select every contact in your phone in one tap, select all, and import all your contacts that way. Until then, we want you to just go ahead and you can either upload with a CSV or you can hit the plus sign and add a few manually just so that way you get the hang of using it this way. Okay, next up, we are going to now show you the last thing we've got on deck for today is personalizing this digital business card that is saved for you. Now, here's what I want you to know. If what I'm about to do next feels like too much, remember we talked about last week, being overwhelmed is a choice. Just like the waiter coming by and saying, do you want an appetizer? Do you want a drink? Do you want an entree? Do you want dessert? You decide when you're full. If you feel like you've learned enough for today, you can always come back and watch the replay of what I'm about to show you next. But for those of you that have been digging in and you're excited and ready to run, I do want to show you how to personalize this xosialX business card that your corporate team has made available for you. This can be used wherever you would normally give someone a business card. So you're going to find it in your xosialX gems. It's here at the bottom. You can scroll or you can use the search bar and put in business card. I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, notice I have the same options I always do. Share with contact, share with public link, or edit. So you hit edit. Now there's a few things I can do. I can click on image. The first one is here. That one is locked. You're not going to be able to change that. You want to go to the second picture that says your photo here. When I click on that, I can hit image. See, it says selected image, and it will open up my device and I can grab a picture and select that picture. And it will automatically pop my picture there instead. When I feel like I chose a picture I like, I'll hit the X. Then I go in the section that says a name, and I'm going to write my name right there. Just type your name in right there. Hit the X, it automatically saves it. And then rank, I'm going to type in my rank here. Just delete that and type in my rank there. Hit the check mark. When I like what I've saved, hit the X, it automatically saves it. That's it. You can also then go in and add your phone number and all of those, but I would leave those alone for right now. Let's practice this. You're not going to share this week. I just want you to get in the practice of typing and changing in a page here. Again, if that feels like a lot, let's leave it alone. You can always come back to it. But I know there are a few of you who are ready to run and start building out more. You also have the ability to hit the plus sign and build out your own if you're ready for that step. Business card is in your xosialX space at the very bottom. The first thing you're going to need to do, sorry, I told you hit edit. You won't be able to edit. Hit these 3 dots and hit clone. You're not going to be able to edit it because you don't own the space. If you hit clone, it's going to make a copy and then you'll be able to go in and edit it just like I showed you. So hit clone. It makes a copy for you in your gems, and then you'll be able to go in and edit those spaces. Okay. I know I'm just about out of time. As I always try to promise 23 minutes of actual learning, because I believe if we go over that, I'll start to lose you guys. You'll all start to get bored, fall asleep, and zone out. So I hope this was enough for this week. I know that they are building a lot of really cool things for you guys. Every single week, every time I go in here, there's new cool stuff that's happening. We want you to get familiar first with the basics so that you don't get overwhelmed quickly. For now, share with contact. An asset that's already in there is going to be the best thing you can do because you're going to start to get those notifications when people click on things. Evelyn, is there anything that you wanted to make sure I went over that maybe I neglected to do today before I let you go?
No, actually, you answer every question. Thank you, Jordan, for answering all the questions in the chat. You're the best. And you clarified that in order for you to edit the business card, you need to clone it before. Very
Yes.
important because all the assets that you see are social legs, and we put them there for your use, right? But everything that you want to copy, you need to clone first. Very important, guys. Also, inside the app, there is a folder that is called the ACE Academy. It's very small little videos, 2 3 minutes. They're easy to understand. They take you from A to C in just minutes. So make sure you take time and you invest time in your business by learning the app. The only way you learn this app is practicing and practicing. And like Bree said, you're not going to break anything. And if you do, they'll fix it. Okay, so no problem. And we will continue this trainings, and Bree will continue to go deeper and deeper. But if, like she said, you want to run, just make sure you go to the ACE Academy folder and you go and watch all those videos. And yeah, we are waiting for Apple and Google to approve us, and as soon as that is approved, we will have the app. I mean, it's been almost what, 4 weeks already or something like that since we requested, Bree. So,
No. So that's different. That part is already done. Once the app was finished and launched last week, that's where they have to
okay,
approve it in its final form with screenshots. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks, sometimes 3, sometimes 5 days. They use AI to approve and not approve. So sometimes it
then
takes
maybe
more
it's,
than
it's
one.
going to be closer than we think. So we just need to wait. Before we go, guys, is 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific Time. But today, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m., we have David D'Arcangelo and Jim pulled together live tonight. So tonight, you will be able to ask questions. They will answer live. So make sure you go now, get a tea. Don't do an accelerated this time, but grab something to drink, come back, sit down comfortable because tonight we are in for a treat. Thank you, Bree, for your support. We'll do this again next week. And everybody, thank you for being with us. Remember, success is a decision, but it's your decision. Bye bye.